Hello and welcome to Yoga Bear. This is a short visual novel um, that I found while looking for something to record for Friday. And I briefly read it, and it was pretty cute, so I decided to record it, for YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed it because I liked it. I found it funny, a little cringy, but you'll see why. But anyways, let's begin. I've fallen in love with someone I don't even know. I have no idea what to do about it. A few days earlier, I'm stuck. This is going nowhere. I lean back from the monitor and rub my eyes. I've been working on this commission for a few days now. It's a bunch of marketing art for an unreleased mobile game. I'm supposed to send the client sketches by midnight. This is a really big gig for me, both financially and career-wise. It's what I've been aiming for all my adult life. I felt no investment in the commissions I did previously. They were just things I did to pay the bills. If I failed one, it meant I'd eat cup noodles for a day or two. No big deal. But this one is a make it or break it. If I don't convince the client, I'll never hear from them again. However, if they're happy with my work, not only will I get a respectable compensation, I'll have an actual reference. I'll be able to show other prospective clients that I'm not just some random doodler on the internet, but a reliable professional. The pressure is killing me. I'll sketch something, decide it's not good enough, delete it. My skin feels electric. I tend to experience emotions as physical sensations. Electric skin means frustration. Sketch, delete. Sketch, delete. These hands are cursed. Everything looks like shit. I get up and stretch a little. I close my eyes and focus on my breathing. The client liked my portfolio enough to take a risk on me. The assignment is not the most complicated thing I've done. I should be able to do this. I just need to relax, get in the zone. I pick up a sketchbook and a pencil. They feel real. They make me feel real. Maybe it's the wood that they're both made out of. I find touching natural materials soothing. I part the window curtains and look outside. I wish I lived in some beautiful historic town or out in the wilderness. But I don't. I live in a gray suburb full of glass and concrete apartment blocks. The one opposite to me is fairly new. The balconies are encased in clear glass. Zero privacy. I look for something interesting to draw. There's a lot of stuff on the balconies, but I feel like I won't get any inspiration out of drawing cardboard boxes, rattan chairs, and old bicycles. There's a guy having a smoke. I start sketching him, but he finishes before I do. A pair of kids are running around, spraying each other with water pistols. There's no way I can draw something moving that fast. Two women sharing a bottle of wine while watching something on a tablet. They seem like a couple to me, but I'm probably just projecting my own fantasies. It's rare to see openly gay people in this neighborhood. Hold on. Hand on thigh. Could it be? They kiss! Yes, theory confirmed. Although, now I feel like a voyeur spying on their date like this. I avert my gaze, but I'm sure there's a dozen or so senior citizens still intently watching. My eyes land on the balcony opposite to my window. There's a bear with a man bun in what I assume is a yoga position. He's all curves and fun to draw. He changes position and I keep drawing. I'm reminded of life drawing class and how much I used to enjoy it. I forget time. I forget the room around me. I forget the client and the commission. I forget the pressure and the anxiety. Only drawing remains. By the time he's done with the yoga, I'm feeling completely relaxed. I put down the sketchbook and get back to my computer. I'm an artist. I can do this. The next day. Thick, strong arms around me. Hot, steady breath on the back of my neck. I can't see him, but I know it's Yoga Bear. I feel warm, safe, happy, I wake up. There's no bear in my bed, yet the feeling of safety and comfort lingers. I feel fully rested, so weightless I'm almost buoyant. I haven't slept this well in ages. I check my phone. The client says that they received the files and will send me feedback later today. The tone seems neutral, no clues as to whether they like my sketches or not. Normally this would give me extreme anxiety. Not today though. I take a hot shower, brush my teeth. Still no reply. I find myself leaning against the window frame, staring at Yoga Bear's balcony. He's not there. I usually have no appetite in the morning and just skip breakfast. Today I'm ravenous. I make a sandwich and some black coffee. Did tomatoes always taste this good? Phone. No new messages. I drink a second cup of coffee by the window. I open it to let in the fresh air. Smells great. Did it rain during the night? He's not there, the bear. How annoying. Wait, why do I care? My phone chimes. It's the client. They like my sketches but request a number of changes. I tell them that I'll have the revised sketches done by tomorrow morning. I get to work. Lunchtime arrives. I heat up some spicy vegetable soup and add in noodles. Cilantro and mushrooms for garnish. I slurp my noodles. I wonder what kind of food he likes, the bear. It would be nice to cook for someone for a change, a proper dinner instead of these bachelor meals. On my way back to work, I make a detour by the window. He's still not there, probably at work. I wonder what kind of job he has. A barista? Or something creative? Coffee artist? I finish perhaps 70% of the revisions. I send an update to the client and get up to stretch a little. I notice something in my peripheral vision. It's him! He's back! I grab my sketchbook and start drawing. The next day. I wake up later than usual. I slept poorly. Various silly fantasies involving Yoga Bear keep me up all night. Despite the lack of sleep, I feel alert, restless. I take a shower. Visions of Yoga Bear follow me there. I make some coffee and take a sip. The taste barely registers. I stare out of the window. The coffee gets cold. I check my emails. The client approved the revisions. I'm supposed to deliver the final images by Monday. A reasonable schedule. I try to work for a while. The characters are the most complicated part, so I decide to work on them first. The character I'm working on ends up looking like Yoga Bear. I delete it. I find myself by the window again. I feel tense, a coil spring. There's so much energy inside of me right now, I should channel it into my work, but it's hard to sit still. I need to clear my head. I decide to go for a walk. I pace aimlessly around the neighborhood, secretly hoping to bump into him. The clouds are all round and soft. Like he is. This is a waste of time. I return to my apartment. I make some cup ramen, but finish only half of it. By the window again. He's not there. I wonder what he's doing right now. I wonder if he's lonely too. I half-assedly worked some more. I notice I've been drawing on the wrong layer for 25 minutes. Fuck. I finally decide to take the day off. I can afford one day off. I wait by the window, drawing the bear from memory. What if he doesn't show up? A painful knot tightens in my chest. And then, just like that, he's there. My heart does a happy little dance. The knot dissolves. I begin to draw. Is this love? The next day. Taking a day off didn't help. I tossed awake in my bed all night. I lie in bed, kneading my pillow against my chest. I should get up and work. I don't. I can't believe this. I land my dream gig, and now I'm fucking it up. And for what? A childish crush on a person I know nothing about? Maybe this is just a sophisticated form of procrastination? My brain trying to come up with excuses to avoid working on a stressful, high-stakes project. Sounds like something my brain would do. Alright, time to get up. I take a quick shower. Make a big pot of coffee. Sit in front of the computer. I turn on a podcast and start blocking in a background. The characters require a focused mind, but this part is easy. All mountains and castles. I keep losing the thread of the podcast and turn it off. I work for a few hours while filling my empty belly with coffee. I'm going to pay for it later, but I don't feel like eating anything right now. I flip the canvas. You can discover hidden imperfections by mirroring the image. The painting didn't turn to shit. I flip it back. I guess I have enough painting hours in my muscle memory to do this sort of thing even with my brain turned off. So this is what it's going to be like. Waking up and drawing uninspired pictures of fake worlds for the rest of my life for the profit of some soulless corporation. Wait, where did that come from? This is what I wanted, right? Castles, dragons, wizards, and heroes. I've drawn this stuff all my life. Why? I grew up in a small town. 0 other gay people. I escaped into fantasy worlds instead. I read all the books with dragons on the cover. They made me feel happy. In a world of dragons and magic, maybe gay people could exist as well. I drew those worlds and then my own worlds. I drew characters to become friends with and identify with and fall in love with. I showed those drawings to other people. They liked them. They actually liked them. It made me feel so happy and so loved. Love. I thought love was drawing cool pictures and getting praised for it. I worked so hard to turn that into a career, a life. And now I'm actually there. And it doesn't feel like love. It feels okay. Just okay. It feels, well, like a job. And the price? I live in a tiny apartment in a depressing suburb, too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. I eat mostly cheap carbohydrates. My back hurts all the time. My friends are all pseudonyms I don't even know the faces of. I've never been in a relationship. I feel weak. I should eat something. On my way to the kitchen, I pause by the window. Yoga Bear is there. And he's looking straight at me. Heart attack. I pull the curtains shut. My heart is pounding so hard it hurts. I feel like passing out. Breathe. Okay. A coincidence. It must have been a coincidence. The world doesn't revolve around me. He wasn't looking at me. He just happened to be looking at my general direction. I peek through the curtains. He waves. He waves? I shut the curtains. I feel like vomiting coffee all over myself. But also, really happy. What the fuck is this emotion? I part the curtains a little. He is wearing a relaxed, friendly expression. It helps me relax a little. I extend my palm into a painfully awkward wave. He waves back in a cool, casual way. He's so cool. He mimics sketching with his hands. So he's seen me drawing him. This is so embarrassing. Holy shit. I gingerly pick up my sketchbook. He nods encouragingly. I sit down, open the sketchbook, and pick up a pencil. My mouth is dry and my temples hurt. My hands are so slick with sweat that the pencil keeps slipping. He strikes a pose. What sort of yoga is this? With shaking hands, I draw the pose. He changes poses, and I draw that too. Once more. Okay, there's no way this is yoga. What is going on? I look at the sketches. Those almost look like alphabet letters. Some kind of code? AIB? No, that's an 8. AI8? A18? Sounds like an apartment number. It is an apartment number. I look up. He sees I've solved it. He smiles and beckons with his paw. I bolt up. I break into a run. Stop by the mirror. Man, I look like shit. Whatever, he's already seen me looking like shit. I scramble down the stairwell out into the street. By standards, give me worried looks. Whatever. My lungs are ready to burst. Whatever. I reach the intercom of his building. I hug my sides for a minute and try to catch some air. Breathing feels like inhaling razor wire. I'm so out of shape. Breathe. Okay. Good enough. I turn to the intercom. With trembling hands, I select the A18. The longest 3 seconds of my life. A gentle male voice picks up. Hey, you made it. He sounds so sweet. Yoga Bear? Is all I manage to stammer out. My voice comes out reedy and hoarse. Ah! I just called him Yoga Bear out loud. There's an awkward silence. A snort from the intercom. And then the laughter begins. It picks up in volume and turns into a deep, belly-shaking roar. It's contagious. I start giggling. He laughs even harder than before. We laugh at the ridiculousness of it all. It goes on for a full minute. He calms down enough to speak. Listen, I made croissants and wanted to ask if maybe you'd like to come up and have some. Maybe show me some of those sketches you've been drawing. Croissants? My stomach rumbles. That sounds lovely. I managed to get out. He unlocks the door. I let myself in. So that was the end of Yoga Bear. I wonder what's gonna happen to these two. Well, actually, you won't have to wonder that long, because there's actually a follow-up story to this short visual novel called Bear Care, which I assume is sort of like a continuation of the story. And I'm not sure if it's from the bear's perspective or if it's still from the deer. I think it's a deer's perspective. But yeah. So, what did you guys think? Did you like it? Did you think it was lovely, cute, teeny bit cringe, or a little, like, weird? I mean, let's be honest, if somebody was watching you, you know, from your window and, like, sketching you, that would be a little concerning. But then again, if you're doing yoga next to a window, you're not asking for it, but you're aware that people are staring. But anyways, so yeah, you know, comments, write down what you think. And, well, thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Yoga Bear yourself, or Bear Care, which is a continuation of the story, you can find them both over on itch. And I will post a link down for the creators. I think they have a Twitter, which should contain a direct link to either story or both. And if they have any sort of Patreon or Ko-fi, you know, to support them, then I will also post a link down for that. They also have a story which I think is about the two females that that this guy was sketching earlier, and it's a little bit more sexually explicit. So I'm gonna give it a once over to see if it's okay for YouTube. If not, then, you know, you guys can read it yourself. And, well, I guess that's it for now. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.